A new movie from Marvel Studios came out and it sucked. Bye. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't end it just like that. Come on. You really expect me to be that kind of a jerk? I have to admit that I have never read the Marvel comic book version of Ant-Man. However, when they adapted it into a motion picture, I sensed that they had some good things going for it. Now, most of you already know that this was originally director Edgar Wright's dream project. But between him and working with Marvel Studios, all of you pretty much know how it went down. I believe that this action comedy truly could have been something special if only Edgar Wright would make it. I was really surprised to see that the studio included his name in the credits as executive producer. But wait, there's something screwy going on around here. Did Marvel include his name on the work of this film from the bottom of their hearts? Or did they do this to feel better about themselves? What are you doing? What are you guys trying to pull here? But I digress. Let's move on. So the movie centers around this character named Professor Hank Pym, played by the great Michael Douglas, who used to work for Howard Stark of Stark Industries. He's one of the original founding members of the Avengers, and that's kind of cool. But that is a problem I have with this new superhero movie because I want it to be a standalone film. I mean, why did they have to shoehorn in the Avengers? Sorry guys, but that was too distracting. So Dr. Hank invented this new technology that will shrink in scale but increase in strength. I have to admit, that is creative. And why not, one of his business partners is a jerk. Fast forwarding decades later to showing in a maximum security prison our main hero, Scott Lang, played by Paul Rudd, who looks like he could be Edward Burns' little brother. He's supposed to be established at being a thief and a loving, caring father at the same time. But somehow, I felt like I couldn't really connect with this guy because he didn't feel that well developed. Yeah, I know he has a cute daughter that he's trying to care for, and he was cool when he put on the Antman suit. But his humor felt kind of forced, and that didn't really do much for me. However, I will say this. The scenes with him and his flying ant steed Antman actually works because you can see the relationship they are building together. So that was one of its saving graces. Unfortunately, it comes back to the rest of the characters. Dr. Hank's daughter, Hope, played by Evangeline Lilly, had potential, but I didn't buy her performance that much because all I could see was Kate from Lost, and that was just too distracting. Even the villain in this film was just your standard superhero cliched bad guy. Darren Cross, aka Yellowjacket, was just kind of stupid. Now the backfire of the suit shrinking all the way down into complete nothingness and keep going and going seemed pretty cool. And what's great is that showed how much potential this film could have had. But the film suffers from other distractions. And that comes in the form of Scott's Hispanic brother and his two other heist partners. Yeah, sure, those three guys were functional as characters, but the humor that they created was the equivalent of a modern-day version of the Three Stooges, which felt forced, and it was really starting to get on my nerves. What also bothers me about this is that these three guys almost felt like three racist stereotypes as well. One perfect example about why the humor feels forced in this film. Scott was working at a Baskin Robbins, and he was helping out this customer who was just retarded. Do you serve burgers or anything hot? Come on, man, really? So yeah, the action was kind of cool, but the film in its entirety did not work for me that much. I am really trying to understand why such critics like Jeremy Jahns and Chris Stuckman have praised this movie so much. Now that doesn't mean that they're bad, they're still cool. It's just that for me, I'm starting to catch on to Marvel's business practices here. Ant-Man could have been so much better than this, but all in all, I was disappointed. I will give Marvel's Ant-Man a 5 out of 10. I like to give a shout out to director Edgar Wright. Buddy, you have great talent and imagination and continue to do what you do best, man, no matter what people say to you. Thanks as always for watching, guys. I'd like to hear your honest opinion, what you thought about the movie in the comments below, and I'll catch you all on the flip side.